You have Käärijä still in makeup and in his clothes and half makeup. And then he just disappeared on a boat in the evening sun on the Baltic Sea. And
Cool. There we are. And then pulling this up.
and
Chris.
your color is actually matching the Käärijä theme. So
Well, we're gonna come to this. There's like this
yeah,
burst of green in the video, which is
yeah.
incredible. But y'all, Lord of the Lost is found. Chris Harms is here. Hi.
Hi William, good to see you again. It's been a pleasure in Liverpool. Last time we saw, I think.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. You were very red. You were blonde and red the last time I saw you.
Yeah, I think now I'm like
Oh,
ash
whoa.
something, but it's mainly this is I don't really have a haircut right now because I'm at the sea. I'm in Sardinia right now, so this is all salt water and wind. So I better wear something.
Hey,
But
it's
it's
all good, all natural, continuing the theme of nature there.
yes. Yeah, actually always when we met, I always was in like full Eurovision makeup with the lashes and all the stuff going on. So this might be the most natural you actually ever saw me.
Yeah,
But
I'm not
but
gonna
but I think
lie.
but I think this is very glam. I have a little dolphin here. So I mean this is very
Very
glamour, I
nice.
think.
It is very glamour because that's what we love about Lord of the Lost is on stage you're really hard, but you also like your people and you can be soft. And like I've never seen you like this before, so when you logged onto the Zoom, I was like, is that him? Is that a body
Yeah, yeah,
double?
that's me. That's me. And no makeup today. I mean, the dark circles. These are full natural. So
Always there. Didn't have to pay.
yeah, no.
But I've got to say, you have some very big news coming. September 3rd, there is a party, and we're all invited to the Rave Yard. Could you tell us about
Yes.
this?
Yeah, uh, I had this idea for a song just because of the song title. You know, sometimes you come up with funny words. This is what we musicians, creative people do. I think you know that as well. Just some funny puns, some plays with words. And I just loved, sorry, I just love the word. So this like Raveyard because this could have been a Eurovision song as well, actually, because on one hand it's so dark and sinister and
Mm.
serious, you know, like the graveyard and so goth, but it's actually, you know, when you cross when you X off the G from the graveyard, you get the Raveyard. So and I just love the title. And we had the song, the demo of the song, actually we had it done. And there was this long part in the middle, this big, first this techno part, which is very ravey, and then this metal breakdown. And we had it with my lyrics, and yeah, it was nice, but no one really needed that. There's so many songs out there with these typical metal breakdowns with growls and stuff. And at this time, where I was struggling with where to go with the song, I was invited to see Käärijä live in my hometown in Hamburg because he was on tour. And he said, like, hey, bro, do you want to come by, watch the show? And I went there with my son. And after the show, we met backstage. And then we said, like, we really need to do a song together. Now Eurovision is over, and both of us, we have a little more time. We're still super busy with our own stuff. And of course, like the Eurovision aftermath, which is
Mm.
even bigger for him than for us. But we finally had time. And then he said, like, yeah, let's come up with something, unless you have something. And I thought, like, this song, the genre of the song is already such a weird mixture of electronics, of techno, of metal, and this is what Käärijä is all about. So I actually showed him the demo of the song in the backstage and in the dressing room and said, like, just imagine my voice wasn't there in that part. He was like, yes, that's perfect. Let's do it. So we did it, and we shot a video for it in Helsinki a couple of weeks back, and yeah, we talked about that in 2023 in Liverpool already, that we want to do something together because he listened to our Cha 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 cover back then. And we did it. Now we're here.
You did do it. This song is so good. It sort of caters to the people who follow this type of music, but I think also people who don't follow rap, metal, they will also love it because it's got a warmth to it, actually. Beneath all the ha ha ha, there's like a big heart,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
feel. And you say things like, pause and take a deep breath, love yourself to death. Could you talk about the ideas here?
Yeah, well, that's the lyrics. When we came up with the lyrics, th this Raveyard theme, I didn't want to do it like too obvious goth because you could do the hey, we go to the graveyard and then all the skeletons come out, like Michael Jackson Thriller, like all the zombies dancing. And that was too obvious. I wanted to have some friendly, warm, and inviting feel to it because the people that are actually part of the dark scene, the goth scene, and they want to go party, they do this because they love it and because they want to feel good. They don't go to parties to feel miserable. Many
Mm.
people from the outside think this. They think that metalheads or goth people, they do this because they want to feel miserable. No, it's just like, black is our happy color. So we thought like, okay, let's create the lyrics like they were an invite to a party. This is why the first verse begins with "To my dear, insert name here." This is
Ah.
actually "To my dear, insert name here. I want to share with you my invite sincere." So it was actually like, yeah, you can just like it's for you. You can just put your name in, and then it's like, yeah, dress code all colors of black, or the most vibrant if darkness you lack. So everybody's invited. If just come as you are. We already also have that in it. And yeah, this line in the middle, this pause and take a deep breath and love yourself to death. This is just like it sounds so brutal, but actually what we mean is like just be yourself, love yourself the way you are, and you know get the best out of the moment, out of the situation. And so it's a weird mixture because when Käärijä comes, his lyrics in Finnish, and actually he had to translate them for me. This is the moment where actually all the zombies come. And there's a funny thing about Finnish language. They use, um, you know, English American people, you use the F word a lot if you want to
Mm.
exaggerate stuff. It's effing this, effing that. People from Poland, let's say, they use kurwa, which actually means cunt. Sorry.
Uh-huh.
We in Germany we use scheiße, which means shit. So we every language has their word. What Finnish people do, they use satana, which is Satan.
Oh, wow.
So, and if you have a song which plays like with these, this weird mixture of a party song and also like in some kind of evil outfit, then you get this funny double meaning, which only makes sense in Finnish because he goes
Ah.
satana, satana, satana here, and it's just like fucking this, fucking that, fucking that. So, and this makes it like double funny, actually. So.
It's really smart, the lyrics. And I love that lyric you mentioned, all the vibrant darkness you lack, because people often think vibrant is color, but you're saying vibrant can also be black. Could you tell us
Yeah,
about that?
yeah, it's like there's actually another song on our album. It's a trilogy. It's coming on the third part. It's called "My Funeral," which is very misleading first because you think like, oh, that sounds like a sad song, but the punchline here is "Wear pink to my funeral," because I think people like us, we're like we love to wear black because it's our happy color. We wear it every day. I just feel good in black. It's just like Johnny Cash said, I wear black till I find something darker. So it's like we do this because it makes us happy. So I thought like, okay, I'm being confronted as a metalhead, as a goth kid, as an alternative music hearing person, also when I was a student back then. I was confronted with lines like, hey, why do you look so sad and wear black? Do you come from a funeral? And I'm like, no, it's just like I like it. Why do you look so, let's say, green today? Are you so hopeful because green is the color of hope? Or maybe you just
Mm.
like green, you know? So, and this song, Wear Pink to My Funeral, I said, okay, we need a new, for people like me, we need a new color for a funeral because black is too
Mm.
happy. Let just everybody wear pink. And coming back to go full circle here now, that's another song, yes, but also in Raveyard, it's actually about this thing like, hey, yes, we are kind of weird, we look kind of dark, we love weird makeup, and but we still just want to have fun. It's
Yeah.
like we do this because we want to feel good. And especially us as Lord of Lost, we never been a full goth or full metal band. We always played with lots of glam rock, hence our Eurovision outfit. This
Mm,
was not a one-off thing. It wasn't like for Eurovision we went all gold and red and never did that before, or will never do this after. This is one of our sides. We embrace all these different sides, and we will always be between the worlds. And
mm,
this song embraces the being between the worlds because us as Lord of Lost and Käärijä, both of us, he also plays in so many genres. You can't
mm.
nail him down to just Finnish rap,
Yeah.
not at all. Yeah.
And it seems like y'all had a lot of fun making this because there are little moments of humor. Like in the video, they zoom in on your mouth and you're like, Ketos. And I was looking
Kitas.
down, I said, oh, is that Käärijä? But it was you.
It
Could you
was me.
tell us about filming? Like what it was like? Did you have a good time?
Yeah, about this Kitos thing, which is thank you in Finnish. Käärijä said like when he came with his lyrics, he said like I want to have some German in it. I was like, really? He said like, yeah, I want to sing German. I love it so much. So he came up with this eins, zwei, drei, vier, this one, two, three, four. He was like, yeah, okay, why not? Let's do that. But then I said like, then I want to sing some Finnish. So I just put this little kiitos in there because I'm in this party invite. I'm saying thank you for coming by. Kiitos. And yeah, filming this was a lot of fun. And of course, what most people forget when you film a music video, it's first and foremost, it's a lot of work. It's like it's a 20-hour long day, and we filmed in this beautiful oil tank in Helsinki. All these lights from the back, hundreds of lights, thousands actually, maybe. It's rays of the sun. It's sunlight because it's a huge oil tank with a 50 meters diameter. With all these, it used to be an oil tank. Now it's like an art exhibition kind of hall. And when you put like fog in it and the sunbeams come through it and the sun moves around all day, you have this magical light which you
Ah.
you couldn't pay for. It's like it's all there. So we wanted to create this magical feeling. And when Käärijä comes, we actually, of course, go full green and full laser. It's so 90s. We have all lasers going on. And yes, it was a long day, but of course, it was a lot of fun because, I mean, performing with him, even if the music video is just full playback and just mouthing the words and doing weird stuff, it was the energy of us is so great. And both of us said, like, we can't wait to play this live. This song and
Mm.
also our Cha 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 cover. So hopefully, when we're in Finland next time, he has time, he can come by. And the funniest thing was when the video shoot was done, he said, like, okay, are we done now? Okay, then someone's gonna pick me up. So he took his phone and did some bit body bit in like some Finnish. And 10 minutes later, he got a call and then he disappeared. And in front of the old tank, there's actually the Baltic Sea. And there was just a boat, I think his brother or something. He was picking him up with a little
Oh.
boat and they disappeared. It was so it was so original. You have Käärijä still in makeup and in his clothes and half makeup. And then he just disappeared on a boat in the evening sun on the Baltic Sea. And that was great. Yeah.
And have you noticed that since Eurovision, your fan base perhaps has expanded geographically? Because you were already huge, especially in German-speaking countries. But have you noticed any difference after Eurovision?
Yes, of course. First, of course, there was this huge explosion. All the numbers explode. Everything is like tenfold or more. And then after this peak, it kind of goes down a bit, but we stayed kind of on the double or triple amount of everything where we've been before, like really a lot. And yeah, we were before Eurovision, we already existed for 15 years or so. We had number one records and all this stuff. But of course, and we already played in 30 countries, but now it's even more. And what I actually love much more is that the demography of our audience has
Mhm.
expanded. Because as I already told you, we have always been between the chairs somewhere, dancing on many weddings. We had metal people, goth people, mainstream people. We call them NPCs. And you, you know what NPCs are? It's
No.
it's 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 the non-player characters in video games.
Oh God, of
Yeah,
course.
like the random people which are just there. So we had like metal, goth people, NPCs, and punks, and people from the like pop people. And already before, we've always been very active in the whole LGBTQ plus movements before, and of course this expanded a lot through Eurovision. I mean, it's no secret that Eurovision fans, lots of them, are part of the LGBTQ plus. So of course this group of people got more, and the typical Eurovision fans came in the crowd, and everybody's partying together. So
Yeah.
now the mixture is even more colorful than before, which I totally embrace. I love that, really.
It's nice because I feel like Eurovision allows people to step out of their comfort zone. So maybe in your real life, you're a pop girly, but then if you hear, I don't know, rave or techno at Eurovision, it's suddenly you feel okay to enjoy it and then keep enjoying it afterwards. And certainly that's what you guys have taught many people.
Yes, and Blood and Glitter was a little like, let's say, a gateway song to heavy music, because in the core of it, it was just a pop song with heavy and low-tuned guitars, some growls and shouts here and there, but there were R&B elements, there were pop elements, actually like a
Mhm.
kind of happy sing-through chorus, kind of happy, like in our world. So, but it wasn't like we were invading Eurovision with like something that didn't fit in at all. It was kind of between. So actually many people came to us and said like, "Hey, I listened to heavy music earlier in my younger years. And now I saw you guys and I kind of rediscovered it."
Mm.
And it was actually funny because some bands of our music scene, like colleagues of us, friends of us, the weeks after Eurovision, they told us, "Hey, thank you for being ambassadors for heavy music. Our streams just went up and our ticket
Huh.
sales just went up," because they were like, you have 200 million people watching Eurovision. And then they're like, "Okay, I like this. So let's go a little into Lord of Lost," and then Spotify or the other streaming services, they show you other kind of similar bands. And this kind of had a wave like on alternative music. And I like that a lot, not because I see myself as an ambassador or something, or that I think that alternative music is way more important than any other music. I don't. I think everything should be equal. But of course, I like that I maybe made some of my friends from other bands happy as well. And I really love about Eurovision that it's getting more and more open, because it's a Eurovision Song Contest and not the Eurovision Pop Contest. And I think everything is so inclusive. But sometimes the inclusivity in the music is lacking, not in Eurovision itself, but in the pre-shows in the different countries before. Some of them are very selective. And I think even them, they should be open. Like Sweden always has been that open in the Melody Festival. Some other countries were not. So I think this is something very important, to keep it open for everything, from classical music to hip hop to black metal to R&B to whatever, you know?
After Liverpool, I discovered Full Metal Whore and Make Love, Make War. Lord of the Lost, big oeuvre. And I have to
Yes.
ask you, because I've been wondering this ever since Liverpool.
Hmm.
I can never remember who finished last. Because like, and I go through the scoreboard and I'm like, oh, because I didn't view your performance as a last place performance at all. And everyone has
Yeah.
positive feelings looking back. So I think a lot of people always, it takes them a minute to remember. How do you explain the result?
Yeah, you know that, I'm a little hesitant about these things, because when I start trying to explain it, it always feels like I'm trying to find excuses, which I'm not. We were not super surprised because, Germany has a history with coming last, and um, we were outsiders music wise, and doing something like Maneskin the year before is like, this is a one-off thing, or Lordi, this is a very rare thing. You cannot just copy that. For Eurovision insiders, and I know many of people watching here right now know a little more about Eurovision. Of course, you get the total percentage later because you have the point system, blah, 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 but it doesn't say anything about your total score, when you don't reach a 12 points, but something below. And our total score is actually kind of midfield, where we saw ourselves all the time. We knew we weren't like a top runner or runner up, but we saw ourselves there somewhere. And it's it's hard to explain. If I could explain it right now, then I could have explained it before, and then we would have known what to do different. But if I had one wish, if I would be the president of the Eurovision forever, then I would give everybody some points. Yeah, you maybe would lose the very attractive 12 points, which sounds great, but I feel like why do you have 37 artists or in the final 26, 25? And why not give everybody points? It's a little like it's a weird comparison, but it's a little like Formula One. You have 20 drivers, but always just 10 drivers are in the points. Why do you care about fighting and overtaking for place 15 or 16 then?
Mm.
I think everybody should earn points. This is something I would change. I would change the Big Five system because
Mm.
even if it helped us, I think it's not fair because it makes people frown upon. Like, oh, yeah, they're from the Big Five. Let's see what they got. I think everybody should have the same chance, and yeah, I I would change these things. So, but I can't explain you what happened. I just can tell you, I said it a million times, but we would take part of it again, even if we knew before we'd go last again, because we loved it so much and we believe in this united in music. I'm so happy that the motto stayed after 2023. I love Eurovision since I was a little kid. I don't know how old you are, but I was dancing on my parents' carpet as a 5-year-old in the mid 80s already watching Eurovision. So we will
Oh.
always do it again.
Well, you remain one of the most loved German acts, regardless of the result. And a final question for you. We're excited
Yeah.
about the trilogy, of course, with Raveyard. But if people are discovering you now, what's the song or album from your back catalog that you think people should listen to on Spotify to get to know Lord of the Lost?
I wanna tell actually two songs because one is like the very much fun side of Lord of Lost, even much more silly than Blood and Glitter. It's a 10-year-old song called La Bomba, which is us trying to mix ragga dancehall music with metal. And the other one is, I would say it's a new song from the new record because it's heavy, but it has a pop feel chorus, and it's just a song which is emotional but very easy to understand. It's called I Will Die in It. And again, it sounds so negative, but the lyrics say, I was not born in love, but I will die in it. And it's for people that are less privileged than I was. I was born in Germany. I grew up there. We weren't poor, in a loving family with parents that supported me all my life, but not everybody is that privileged. And I believe in the power that if we help each other, that everybody can get the best out of themselves and actually have the power to at least die happy and die in love, die loving, die being loved. And yeah, that's a song called I Will Die in It. I think it's something very easy to understand and get into Lord of Lost. So it's gonna be either La Bomba or I Will Die in It. Even if you like, it matters if you prefer our fun side or our serious side.
Ooh, our hearts are full after hearing that. Thank you so much. Chris
Thank you.
Harms, Lord of the Lost, you do not harm. Thank you.
Thank you, William. It was beautiful to see you again. And we're trying to come back to Eurovision next year because we did this Back to Eurovision thing in Malmö and we did a little concert on the day of the between the last semifinal and the final. On the
Ah.
Friday. We did a little show there. We couldn't do it this year because we were, I don't know, Latin America or something. I don't remember. Or no, something else. Something didn't work. And we tried to come back to Vienna next year to do a really small show in some like acoustic in some little club, very exclusive for just a
Ah.
couple of hundred people on the Friday before the big final. We're not sure if it works yet, but we will try because our goal is actually to come back to Eurovision every year to stay in the Eurovision feeling and to give something back. All the love that we received from Eurovision fans, we want to give it back and come every year and play a couple of songs. Some Eurovision covers from ABBA to Lorraine to our own songs.
That's incredible.